I am a strong believer that project managers, innovators, facility managers, any one task with empowering people can surely get a lesson or two from anywhere and everywhere. Now, this is a lesson that I got right in front of me. This is a wonderful story that I want to share, and the lesson that I'm taking from it, and the lesson that I hope you also take from it to implement into your organization as well. So my aunt visited Trinidad after many years. Now, one may say that when you don't see a person from a very long period of time, conversations, you can't have conversations with them. You may think that. But if you were around and you saw the conversations that we had with my aunt, who we didn't see for a very long period of time, it was as if the person visited our homes and we visited her home on a daily basis. We had conversations to share. We had to talk about the past. She had to tell me about my mother and who's not around again. And, she spoke to my dad. We conversed about politics, about the United Kingdom. We spoke about Trinidad. We spoke about the US. We spoke about everywhere and family and, everybody shared so many great things there in that conversation. Now, what does that remind me of? It reminds me of that there's a sense of belonging. When you come, you want to feel part of something, and it is there. It is a sense of belonging. It's a culture of a sense of belonging. And the lesson that we as leaders need to carry across in the organization is the sense of belonging for people. We have to create a culture of that in the organizations. Now, I remember after a long period of time, I returned to my work, my job at the point. It was a job that I was doing. I was during maternity leave. I had maternity leave, and it was a long period of time. And after I went back, I think it was about 5 months. And honestly, I felt out of place. I didn't feel very happy again being there. I felt, but of course it changed after a period of time. But initially, I felt there was no sense of belonging again for me there. So the lesson that I want leaders to implement in organizations and managers to implement into organizations and leaders and FM and whatever role that you are playing once you are leading people is, how can we create the culture of a sense of belonging for people, especially when people, they may leave their jobs for a period of time, come back, or they may be a new hire, or in my case, I came back after a long period of time, maternity leave. You may come back after vacation. And all of these are gaps, in person's career and dealing and connection with persons, and then you have to return. So how are we to create this culture or sense of belonging, and persons feel comfortable, they can leave and they're coming back? When people don't feel like that and they come back, you don't feel the sense of belonging, or it's going to be expressed in every single part of our being. So you feel it. So, and then productivity definitely will decrease. And we do not want productivity to decrease in our organizations, because it's about people and how are we integrating the people properly into the job for better revenue, better productivity, better organizations as a whole. So we have to look at ways to do this. And one of the practical tips that I would like to share, all coming from the lesson there originally that I got, we have to check in regularly with our teams. So even if the person is out for a period of time and they need to come back into the organization, as I said, from leave, or you may come back from different types of leave, that is. And sometimes you come back, you have so many different types of leave that you can take and then return to the organization. Are we checking in? Are we connecting with the people still? Because connection is always there. Connection is to be there forever. and because you're dealing with people again. So the practical tip for me is that people need to check in with persons. It can be a few minutes, it can be a phone call, it can be an email, it can be a LinkedIn post because we are on different social media, just checking in with the person. And definitely when they return to the job, they understand it is a sense of belonging. It is a sense of belonging. Thanks again, everybody. Keep on learning, keep on looking for these lessons from anywhere and everywhere. And I hope you hit the subscribe button for more lessons. Look out, we post a video every Sunday at 7 p.m. And also do not forget to hit the subscribe button, but also check CaribbeanConnect.org for a self-paced learning that you can implement into your organization. Many different topics. Until we meet again.